These are 4 underrated MLB teams for 2024. Tampa Bay Rays. Some people seem to be overhyping them, and some people seem to be underhyping them. The biggest question is how their starting pitching is going to be without Shane McClanahan and Drew Rasmussen, and they're missing a shortstop who shall not be named. But Zach Eflin was pretty underrated last year. I like the potential of Ryan Pepio, and then you got Savali, and Tage Bradley should be coming back at some point. And you can't really doubt the Rays pitching. They'll somehow turn a nobody into an ace pitcher. Bullpen's pretty solid with Pete Fairbanks. Their lineup's pretty solid still with Yandy Diaz, both the Laos, Isaac Paredes, but I could also see them selling at the deadline and trading someone like Randy Arozarena. It's hard to know how good they'll be this season. Now, I do want to say the Cincinnati Reds and Kansas City Royals will not be on this list. I think they could be good this year, but I also think they got a lot of hype this offseason, so I wouldn't consider them that underrated. At number 3, the Toronto Blue Jays. And no, I'm not being biased. I can explain. I think the past couple of years, people have been expecting the Blue Jays to go pretty far in the playoffs, and they haven't. And it seems like this year, a lot of people are calling them overrated. And if a lot of people are calling something overrated, I'd say they're underrated. I don't really see them getting too much worse because last season was a down season for them offensively. Could they still use another bat? Yes, but they still got some really good hitters in the lineup with Bichette, Vlad, and Springer as their core, who have all been amazing this spring. The bullpen has some early injuries so far, but they're still pretty solid, I'd say, and the rotation is sick. Kevin Gausman, Cy Young contender. Chris Bassett had 200 innings last year. Barrios is good. Kikuchi was really nice last year, and Bowden and Francis, they're going to be their number 5. As Bichette said, this is the first time the Blue Jays are getting doubted in a while, so let's see what they can do this year. Also, comment down below how you think I'm doing so far, and I'll reply to you. At number 2, we have the Tigers. Now, there has been some talk about them this year being good. Scooball looks really good. I like the addition of Kenta Maeda. Jack Flaherty, we'll see what happens. It's a little sketchy that Casey Mize hasn't pitched in almost 2 full seasons, but he's looked really good this spring. And they got some really fun young hitters. Spencer Torkelson, Riley Green, Parker Meadows. I like the addition of Mark Canha and Urshela, but Javier Baez really needs to bounce back for them to be good. Before I get to number 1, if you could subscribe, I'm trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And if we hit 5,000 subscribers on my predictions video I made last week, if I get a certain amount of predictions wrong, I'm gonna have a bunch of eggs thrown at me. You'll just have to watch the video to understand. At number 1, I'm kind of being a little hypocritical with this pick because I predicted them to come 5th in our division in my predictions video, but it's because I think anyone could win that division. So coming in at number 1, okay, that's too close. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates. The bullpen has some really sick options. Aroldis Chapman, David Bednar, and Ryan Borucki looked actually pretty good last year. The rotation's fine, it's not that crazy, but the lineup's pretty fun, and I'm surprised not many people are talking about it. Brian Reynolds, Cabrian Hayes, O'Neal Cruz, Jack Sawinski, Andrew McCutcheon, Michael A. Taylor, and Rowdy Tellez. And if you want to see my full predictions video for this year, click right here. Okay, that's too close.